video review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the new Terminator T-800 Endoskeleton, the very first figure from NECA Toys that represents the first Terminator movie, back when good old Arnold Schwarzenegger was a bad guy. Now I know a lot of people would be like, oh, another Endoskeleton? Haven't we already gotten like 3 other ones? True, very, very true. But this one does have some noticeable differences that make it well worth picking up and can easily replace all the other endoskeletons in a possible NECA Terminator display that you might have. It says, in the year of darkness, 2029, the rulers of this planet devised the ultimate plan. They would reshape the past. The plan required something that felt no pity, no pain, no fear, something unstoppable. They created the Terminator. Now, of course, at the end of Terminator is when we first saw the full scale of what our human heroes were dealing with the entire time. And this is a gorgeous looking figure. Spin around here on the side, you see a nice little picture on that side. Target identified. Specs is it's a T-800 Endoskeleton. Features Skynet's most advanced control system, fully armored in a hyper-alloy sheath around vital areas. Frictionless bearings in its joints allow the unit to maneuver through its range of motions faster than previous models. In the event of critical damage, a secondary power source allows the unit a margin of time to complete its mission. When set to autonomous mode, it can learn like a human being, actually becoming more efficient as time goes on. Now, this also shows future figures that are coming in the line. The first one being the Tech Noir version. Then subsequently we get the Police Station Assault and the Battle Damage Tech Noir. I do believe that those are going to be in Wave 2. I could be mistaken, but I know that the Tech Noir, the regular version, is out. I just gotta find the guy. But I'm absolutely excited about that one too. This is just a beautiful looking figure that I'll get into the details of about exactly what's so different about this guy. But let's first get him open and see what we have. Okay guys, so here we have the T-800 from the original Terminator movie opened up and out of its packaging. And without even making you waste your time by watching this entire video, I am going to tell you right now that this is the absolute best endoskeleton that we have ever gotten from any Terminator movie line of toys, period. Nothing from anybody else has even come close to perfectly capturing the look and the feel of the endoskeleton like NECA has done with this figure. Now, as I mentioned, this is like the 3rd endoskeleton that we've actually gotten. I have 2. Now, both of the versions that I have were the battle damage versions of the endoskeleton. Now, basically all that meant is it has a little bit of a different paint deco. As you can see, some splotches right in through the torso, some messed up bits here, kind of darkened out here in the legs. Nothing too dramatic, and I really love these figures nonetheless. Now, the other variant basically being these exact same figures but with no battle damage. What NECA has done with this new figure is given it a completely different paint deco. I don't know if you can notice this, but the silver coloring, maybe it's a little bit too subtle, but the silver coloring on the new one is far superior to the previous released endoskeletons. Just giving it a much more clean look, especially in the arms. I don't know if you really can see that. Now, obviously, like I said, this is battle damage, so you get some black bits in there, but just a much better looking silver on the new T-800 figure than the previous one, I personally think. It's got a little bit of a darker kind of hue to it, I suppose. I don't even really know how to describe it. I just think it looks much better than the previous versions. In addition to that new kind of paint deco, the new T-800 has a completely new head sculpt. And this thing is outstanding and beyond reproach. It is the best looking head of a T-800 that I have ever seen. As you can see, the head on the new version just looks so much nicer. Just take a look at that. That's just absolutely gorgeous. There's so much more detail put into the new head than from the previous head that it just completely replaces the need for this guy. I mean, this head here on this news figure just is absolutely gorgeous. One thing that they did actually change, if you remember, this one actually has mouth articulation. You can get it going rah, 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 rah. They removed that in the new version, and I absolutely, completely support that decision. By removing that, you really do get a much better sculpted head. And this head here, I mean, this is just absolutely wonderful. One thing that I do kind of actually like as well is they got these little connector bits that they just pop out. I mean, if you rotate it a little bit too far, they'll pop out. But I do like the fact that, like, for example, it popped out right there. I do like the fact that you can just pop it right back in. Just line it up and there it goes. I mean, it's right back in there, and that's a very nice touch. But this is just an absolutely gorgeous looking figure. That being said, NECA has also informed me that the other improvement that has been done to this figure are that the joints and the pistons themselves are made of a higher, better quality plastic to obviously last and be a little bit more durable than the previous models. And again, that's just a wonderful touch that I'm just really thrilled that they did. They didn't need to do it, but their attention to detail, their consummate professionalism, and their desire to always improve something that they put out really comes through with those few minor changes to an already really nice looking figure. And I do gotta say that the joints do feel a lot nicer and a lot tighter on this figure. Maybe not so much the feet. The feet kind of are still a little weird. I don't know. Maybe they could have gotten rid of the little toe articulation. That wouldn't bug me too terribly much, I suppose. So he does come with an alternate hand that fits on his right hand. You just pop this off. There we go. And you see the little nub right there, and then you just plug that in there. Hopefully, without, I don't want to break anything. There we go. Get it right back in there, and now he's got the hand that lets you hold his what I'm going to call the phase plasma rifle in 40-watt range. Yeah, because it's the Terminator. Phase plasma rifle, that's what he used. This was the movie. He wanted to have the phase plasma rifle. There we go. Plug that right in there. You can, of course, rotate this, have him hold it, and I mean, this is the ultimate troop builder right here. Just a wonderful looking figure. I absolutely love this guy. When it comes to Terminator figures, NECA already has established that they are the best in the business. And this figure here really proves that NECA has a handle on what fans really want. Part of that, I believe, is because they themselves are fans. And naturally, they want to give us what they themselves would want to see. This endoskeleton really takes a lot of wonderful design elements and improves upon them, giving us a much more accurate and much more impressive looking face, much more impressed paint deco, and improving the joints, something that we wouldn't even be able to notice. But they themselves noticed it, and they wanted to fix it. Without hesitation, I highly recommend picking up this figure if you are a Terminator fan. And even if you have other endoskeletons like I do, this guy is the perfect troop builder. You need an army of these things if you're going to take over the world, so why not have an army of them in your collection? So until next time, guys, I want to thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus. I'll talk to you later.